picks and chooses the live chat. Well, this is take two. Oh my god, this is like what? I have so many questions. It's like I don't see. Okay. Morning. So I got there's a lot of things already happened. It's not even is it 9 o'clock yet? It's 9:19. It's not 10 yet. A lot of things has happened. So you guys already know the whole crazy. They dropped the new fridge right in front of our old fridge. Well, they were supposed to come today at 10, between 10 a.m. No, yeah, 11 a.m. to 2. I called my husband and verified it. So I go downstairs. I'm about to start Captain's Log, and I get a knock at the door. And I was like, of course, this is how it's going to be. So they just fixed it. So when they put on the new oven, I hate how you have to put the oven on and it smells. It smokes out and all the stuff that's in it. So we just had to get that done. It's storming. Also, it's just one of those days. But I got a new tape dispenser. Not only for my regular Scotch tape, but my HTV tape. But I think it would be actually pretty cool for your double-sided tape, because it's it's like a big, like you will it. You have like two tape dispensers right here. You will it and cut it. But look at the cutting apparatus. This threw me off. I just opened it. Hold on. It's like, like so many blades. So many blades. So yeah, there's that. Good morning. So yeah, I'm looking at this. I actually got this for HTV. So one of my friends, for the HTV tape for heat transfer vinyl, but I think it may fit a roll of this. I will try it out. If it does, I'll report back. And it has like cool little utensils, like for your pencils and stuff. Yeah, it does look like a water wheel, but like the water wheel of tape depth. This is like so many blades. So yeah, there's that. It has like all these little gadgets. I need to read the instructions, but the box, man, came so messed up. I just got it. So yeah, yay. Today I have to finish our Patreon part 2 of 2, because yesterday when we were cutting everything out, I forgot to cut out piece 11, which is a very pattern piece 11, which is a really crucial piece to making this tote. So we're going to be doing that. we did do jelly straps, and I gotta say, I haven't seen anyone did it. If someone did it before me, kudos, because it's really freaking cute. Jelly straps, I'll show you tomorrow. They're cute. I didn't know if it was going to pan out, but it did. So yay. I got my HTV on its stand, and I'm really excited to use it today. And I plan on filming like a really fun, small, brief tutorial on something that doesn't have a pattern, that you can make it whatever size you want tomorrow. That will be available. And I also have opening a box with Catherine Sew Your Bag box, which this month is pretty amazing. That should be available tomorrow too, or this evening, whenever Kindle uploads it. Yeah, it looks definitely. This is like I'm kind of intimidated by. First of all, it feels like toys that you would get in the 90s, like plastic toys that that are not going to work in maybe a couple of weeks, or if you're destructive like me, sooner. But I do like the fact that it has these grippy things, so that way when it's on something, it doesn't just slide. They also have them in different colors. I could have sworn I picked blue, but I got pink, so what can you do about it? Hey DC, Harinetta. Yeah, that's it. I basically been running around like crazy. Yesterday, I went to Joann's for the sole purpose of getting a headband. I walked out spending $80 and did not get the item that I was supposed to, but I did have fun with Hope during that process. It is raining in Maryland, so I have no complaints because, again, we need the rain. But when you look at our week, it looks like we pretty much our weekend's going to be just wet. Um, on Monday it's going to be all kind of crazy and chaotic too. We're getting the measurements for our windows upstairs because they're going to get replaced. And I'm really excited about this because this will help with energy costs in the winter and of course in the summer. When we bought the house, the windows were not the best, and we kept saying, "Hey, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna be living in this house for 8 years in October." And we have yet to do the windows. Windows are expensive. Okay, they're really expensive. Yeah, it's gonna rain the rest of the week. I'm just I'm just rolling with it. My kids are sleeping in with it. They're just it sucks for the summer. Like they want to go out and play, but I mean, there's no where all the Howard County stuff is always canceled whenever there's rain. Good morning, Christine. Yeah, good morning, Lynette. It was the second time, actually. This is the second time that this for this one. I don't know why it does it. I don't know. It's YouTube being YouTube. Um, yeah, I'm working with glitter bugs, vinyl, clear vinyl, and the jelly. I like it so much. Like, like the jelly is perfect. I don't have enough to make the bottom because I messed up. That's my fault, not theirs. But the clear vinyl is really great. It's not as sticky as I thought it was because whenever I see people's videos, they always complain about how certain vinyls are really sticky. There is definitely stick to it. It's just not like where I'm feeling like I'm taking Velcro apart. Um, yeah, that's it. I have to sew my my son, he played with the dog with the pillow. Here's the thing. Loki weighs like 150 pounds. Kinkin, maybe 70, okay? The pillow ripped, and he doesn't want a new pillow. I'm like, hey, we can go out and get you a new pillow, buddy, or just take one off my bed because apparently to Kindle, I collect pillows. I do. I like a lot of pillows on my bed. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. I will sleep on a bed full of pillows. I'm perfectly okay with this. Okay. I was like, take one of the pillows or I'll get you a new one. He's like, no, I want you to sew this one. But like, it is like, so here's the pillow. Okay. Pillows, they're shaped like a rectangle. It is ripped from like here to here. And I'm like, I can't perform surgical magical things. He's like, can't you just put a patch? It's like missing that portion. Like it's not there on both sides. And I'm like, I can stitch it across, but your pillow's going to be at an angle, or you can get a new pillow or take one of mom and dad's mini pillows. And he's like, this is my pillow. And I'm like, attachment issues. So, oh no. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's only the second time. The first time it didn't go, and then this is the second time for me for all the comments to appear. Let's see. Yeah, definitely a demo. Good morning, everyone. So yeah, I haven't had coffee. I'm gonna probably ask Faith to make me some coffee. She's not as good as Kendall, but she's better than me. So and apparently I want to be bad and bougie when I get coffee. I don't know. I like slow drip coffee. I'm sorry. So it's just something about a French press coffee. I will become your best friend. I'm that person that asks for like the slow drip coffees at Starbucks, and you're looking at them like, oh my god, this is gonna take that person forever to make. Yeah, I'm that person. Um, so I got a couple more patches in yesterday from this place. I want to say it's Southern Defense, but look at this. That's a cool patch. And then I have one when you wish upon a Death Star, and it's like the Disney, but it's like the Death Star, and it's like the Disney wording. I thought this was cute. I have no idea what I'm going to use for these. I collect patches from like all over Etsy, and then I have a drawer just full of patches. I have no idea whatever I'm going to use for them, but I love patches. it's a thing that I collect. It's but I thought this was so cute. So yeah, I got that yesterday and I was really excited and I got my tape dispenser. So what I'm planning on doing, I wanted your guys' input. I hate doing unboxings. Okay, not because of the filming thing, it's just that when I first started sewing again, because I've always had a sewing machine or I always knew how to sew, but like when I got into the better way to say, when I got into the Facebook world of sewing, I would see people get something and I would get FOMO. FOMO is really real. If you don't believe in it, really think about it. Have you ever purchased something because somebody else got it? It looks cool and you want it. So when I first got into the sewing world, my kids were really little, and between different medical expenses or whatever, I could not afford to keep up the Joneses. Heck, I can't afford to keep up the Joneses now. I got 3 kids. Kids are expensive. um, but when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted it to be like the advent calendar is one thing because we purchased it in June or July and we're just opening up a box and not saying for you to buy it. I've always been just really weird about it because I didn't want people to get things because of me or get it because they feel like it's a need to. But with that being said, I have some new tools that are coming in that I haven't seen any videos. Like I scoured Facebook, I scoured YouTube for, and they're not there. But I want to show you because I don't know if you've been looking for something like this or it would help you in your bag making journey. But I don't know if I should do an unboxing and explain the reason why I got it. I usually buy really expensive, cool tools. Like each one of my sewing machines, I've never paid for in credit. If you know me, I don't do credit at all. I always pay things in cash. My cars were paid in cash. Everything's paid in cash. The only thing that's on credit is my home. And trust me, if I hit the lotto, that would be the first thing I pay off. But like I was working on my little Juki QVP mini making bags my first year. And then when I did a Comic Con, that's how I got my Juki 1541S. After doing 2 other Comic Cons, that's how I got my 51, my 5050, my Juki 5550. And then after a major con, I got the free arm, and then another one I got the the I was gonna say serger. That's not that the Skyver, and then this press behind me. So I don't really show all my tools because I don't want people thinking they have to have that to achieve the bag that I'm making. That's really important to me because I believe that all of us have our own weird, quirky signatures for bags, and I've seen people make better bags than me with machines that are older than me. I've seen someone make a whole entire leather bag off a Trindle machine. Okay, I was like, "Damn, you got mad skills, right?" But I don't. That's why I don't really show. But I do. There's some really cool tools. I have double-sided tape all down my legging pants, and it's not coming out. It's okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely put them as Nova's Nuggets. I think because there are a couple things that I think that if you're into, like, for example, if you're looking for a skiver but you don't want a hand skive, which if you do want a hand skive, Joy from Georgia Girl Stitch has videos on her YouTube showing how to use the tool, and she sells the tools himself. I can't do that. I would literally take a layer of my skin off. Anyone that has ever sewn with me will tell you that no, Shinova with a razor blade, no. Okay. Sandra could tell you I'm teaching someone how to hand stitch base, and I double knot do the knot. I put the needle up and the needle went directly into my wrist and then also my finger twice there. That was in a 30-minute period with a regular needle. Yeah. You're right, Deb. They're right. So okay, so I get a lot of questions about skiving. I get people emailing me about it. They're like, I can't afford the machine, which it is very expensive. I had to work 2 cons to get it. I saved up half the money, then and half the money from another con, and then I went to Steve from Sewing Gold and bought it from him. All my equipment comes from Steve. He is the most helpful person in like the industry. I feel like even if you don't have a even if you didn't buy your machine from him, he will walk you through it. Like he is really knowledgeable. he's knowledgeable because this is not his first rodeo. He is grandfathered in. His father and his father before that all owned this business. So I'm a big researcher. I love to research something to death to the point where my husband's like, just get it. like, um, but I was looking for a burnisher which you use with leather to make the edge of the leather nice and smooth and there's no fuzzies. When I stumbled across the one from Craftman's from Tandy Leather, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get that because they have a sander," which I use the Dremel. I show you guys in making the rosy. I use the Dremel to do it. My nails do not like the Dremel, but it is what it is. This is why I, you know, can have nice things. So I use the Dremel, but I've been looking for something a little bit bigger. So Cellrite has like a Dremel on one side and then has a sander on it. Now, when I watched their video, I immediately bought this and not thought about Tandy Leathers because they have a sander um like that costs $2 and they call it thinning leather. They have a whole video where this person is shaving down leather with a sander. And I was like, wait, this might be a game changer for people who've been wanting to try leather but don't have a skiver. So I wanted to definitely give you like information with that Nova's Nugget, as well as provide you. Let me see if I can get a interview with Joy, because Joy, like, she can skive like nobody's business with a razor, and I'm just like, holy hell, woman, you're magic in a box. What the like? I would be in the hospital or missing a finger. One of those things. Something. I can't tell you how many times I've been to the ER with a needle in my finger. I have no feeling in my index finger because I broke the tip off of it with the needle. So, with that being said, I try to find tools that help me not hurt myself. And it's not just sewing. I'm the person that trips over their shadow. It is part of my charm. So, I definitely want to show you that that's coming in today. So when that comes in, I'll do over the weekend, make a Nova's Nugget on it. Cause I feel like it's an expensive tool, but if you're trying to get into the leather game, or you're working with leather, or you want to edge paint, but you don't want to sit here with the Dremel, you want to use both hands, this might be a tool for you. I don't like using one hand because what happens is when I'm sanding, I sand down one of my thumbnails or my index finger every time. Every time. And I'm not the best at giving myself manicures, so there's that. So I wanted to try that. I did first seen this tool actually at the retreat when Sandra took us to Tandy Leathers. I seen the tool and it drawed my interest, and the gentleman there explained it. And from there, I asked Kendall to see if our Tandy Leather has it, and they didn't. Um, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to order from Tandy Pro for the Pro series on Tandy Leather. And then when I put in what it was, there comes Cellrite. And Cellrite has different attachments that Tandy Leather doesn't have, as well as the pads, the Dremel pads, the sandpaper are cheaper at Cellrite than it is at Tandy Leathers. So I just wanted to, like, I do a lot of research on stuff, and maybe my research can help somebody else. That's what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I do it, like, if you watch my Rosie video, the Rosie wallet, you see me sanding it, and that was vinyl. I do it on vinyl and cork. I sand in between layers. I know some people don't. Everyone has like different methods with edge painting, and like many of my fellow bag makers said, we think edge painting is a good thing to learn. Practice makes progression. Try on scraps, figure out things out. Dense a base coat is your friend. For me, sanding in between layers is really important. Like my wallet, I'll bring my wallet down next week. I made the tomorrow. I made the Triskel like 2 years and some change ago, and I have iridescent 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 edge coat on across it, and I have not had any chips, cracks, pills, anything. And I'm a firm believer in sanding in between coats, so that way the glue has something to adhere to, cure to, and stay onto. And yeah, And that one was from, I think I always say it wrong, Gardini. Everyone says it's so different, kind of like the Wawak one. But yeah, Gerald. I'm not gonna even do it. So I'm I have wallets that I use, and I'm hard on my stuff. And I love the Triskel's my favorite wallet to have because I can just literally just grab it and go, and I can stuff my phone into the one of the check pockets. I'm hard on it. It's going to be going on 3 years, and there's not one crack on it. So I'm a firm believer in sanding in between layers. I know some don't, and their edge painting looks even better than mine. So I highly recommend you looking at all different videos, looking at all different YouTubers that give any information out on edge painting, because we all have different tactics. Like the lady that was at the Awesome Con, when she edge paints her leather, she puts painter's tape all the way around her whole entire bag. And that's how she edge paints, so that there will be no drippage, no spillage on the bag itself. And it lines everything up. So when it dries, she just rips the edge paint off, and it's like nice and crisp and clean. And I never would even thought of that in a million years. So everyone has their own techniques. Yeah, do the rabbit hole of edge painting and like sanding is real. So I'm graduating from my Dremel and going for this sander. And apparently I just like having tools. Yeah, and Deb, that's how I am. Like I can't afford everything, but I do like earmarking things when people show really cool tools, or so that way when people ask me, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" or "What do you want for Christmas?" I'm gonna be like, I was waiting for that. I could be like, "Yeah, XYZ." This color's already coming out of my hair. My hair's going back to blonde on it. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go to a hairdresser. I'm not a hairdresser. I can tell you what to do with curly hair, but I can't cut curly hair. Apparently not dye curly hair. Yeah, and you're right. Because no, I've never seen anyone mention this. So on there, I was searching, searching so hard for a video. And then the second thing is that I was looking for a new hand press. I love my Mikas and Margot one, but they have like limitations. Like she doesn't have the magnet snap press like the cam snap. There's a couple different eyelet sizes I like for when I'm making things looking like belts. And I didn't want to get a cam snap. I think cam snaps are absolutely beautiful, but when I think of cam snaps, I literally think of cam snaps like the little things that we put on our kids' clothes, or in my case, put on my husband's like Hawaiian shirts, because he likes to just like Hulk out. Like I don't, he really likes it that way. If you ever making a camp shirt, try cam snaps. It saves time. I'm just saying, and then you can get really cool things. But I wanted something that was heavy duty, kind of a little bit more towards leather, so that way if I wanted to open up my horizon for different dyes, I could. Um, so I found one, and I was like, this thing is ridiculously expensive, and that I wasn't going to buy it unless I hit a certain number at AwesomeCon. Well, I hit that number actually on Friday. Thank God. I'm going to knock on some wood. I hit that number on Friday, and that was like the first thing I purchased. It is from Buckle Guy. He has two different um he has two different I can't talk to hand presses. One is the normal beige one. That's his color for Buckle Guy. And then he had one that he's been making for 2 years. I've been following it because he talked about it on some of his YouTube videos, that they're waiting for the patent and whatever. This hand press has a 180-degree turn, so you can either pull it towards you or pull it behind you. The way it's shaped, it's more balanced than a regular press. It also has a throat. So you know how sometimes we're rolling things up and trying to get it underneath to punch a hole or put a rivet in? Not anymore, because like a sewing machine, you know how we always look on how much throat clearance we have? It has that too. So I went ahead and purchased that, and that actually comes in today, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to see if I can get Kendall to screw it down to a piece of wood, but maybe make him paint the wood first, because I want it painted. So there was like I went really hard on tools that I've been looking for, and the reasons why. So I will do some Nova's Nuggets with them to see if there's something that you're interested in. Just like this little doodad I found by the leather guy who was also, he also does stuff at Ren Fair. And he was like, yeah, if you're doing HTV, these hold it. But I actually think now they can hold some double-sided tape. This is, it's interesting. And it has like an on and off. I don't know what why. I haven't fully figured out why there's an on and off button right there. So I will research more and get back to you on this, because when I looked at this, I didn't see this on and off button. No idea what it's for. I think it's pretty cool though, because I'm always looking for tape dispensers for our DSD. And from Serial Bag Maker used to carry a clear one but it only fit 1/8 of an inch and I believe 1/4. I love that until it fell on the floor and broke. It was like a weird plastic that was kind of fragile, and then I was like devastated. I'm a person that my double-sided tape falls on the floor all the time, so it collects Loki hairs, like things that I sniff off. So tape dispenser has been on my list to find that holds double-sided tape. Yeah, I'm a researcher of tools. Kendall will be like, Shanova, stop research. I'm like, I can't. I need to know more. Oh my gosh, Shannon, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Also go to Georgia Girl Stitch. She has blogs and on her website, and she also has video tutorials on YouTube about skiving, if that's something that you're really interested with, that you can get at your local Tandy leather store right now. If something's too thick, it's just like a good cushion. But yes, I will definitely do it. Yes, to sew on your first leather bag. I love sewing leather bags. And like I said, it was really weird, really weird, because normally when I go to Awesome Con, whenever I make anything with leather, I kind of get backlash. But those were like the first bags that sold, and especially the ones that were more masculine, they were getting eaten up. Like, and I wasn't prepared for it. Like, that's the weird thing about conventions. You never know what people gravitate to. There's no way to predict it. Yeah. Okay. So like I have done a video with edge painting, but I might do one again with like vinyl cork and then leather. I always feel like my leather edge painting looks better than anything else, but my cork looks good too. I think it's all about what foundation you use for your base paint. I mean your base dense coat. Either a dense coat. I've seen people use Mod Podge, because Mod Podge like dries faster and it dries like really crystal clear. The dense paint to me is hilarious because when you put it on, it's like white, like a milk gross white, like not even like whole milk, but like 2% milk. It's like a really weird white consistency. And as it dries, you'll see like the wet spots on the paint. It'll still be milky white while the rest of it's clear. If you just wait until all of it's clear, then you're good. You got that first round done, and anything now that you build on top of it, it's going to thrive. But I think when I notice is sometimes a lot of people wait like 10-15 minutes. It depends on where you're at. Humidity, rain, like air pressure, all that can like make the not dry as fast or as slow as you think it's going to be. I would tell you, if you use the Gardini base paint, to wait until it doesn't have any milky white and it's transparent. That's how you know it's dry. I have Mojo Sews. I haven't used it yet for the base paint. I plan on doing it actually this weekend. I have a bag, but I definitely would recommend you to just wait till it dries. And that is the biggest tip I can give you, is patience is a virtue with edge painting. And it's hard. You can look, Shannon is one of the best edge painters I've ever seen, and she could probably tell you it's not an easy fleet at all. It takes time, practice, and patience, and I literally have zero patience except when it comes down to edge painting. And I usually do it. I usually put the dense paint on in the morning and pretend like it doesn't exist until the evening, sand it down, put the second layer, and then I'll walk away. It's a day or two process for me, because the key thing I learned is if I don't let the glue dry, then it's all for naught, literally. Yeah, Giardini. I said I have the hands. Okay. Good morning, Hollowbacks. Yes. Yes, the base paint. That's why I try to explain the base coat paint is the key. Like that's why when everyone was watching me freak out trying to find a base paint because I've seen people try to like layer up on the record paint. I'm like, if you don't have a good base foundation, it's it's moot. Hey, Dalva. Yeah, no, Kendall's the one that does all the wood, so he's probably gonna cut a piece, then paint it, and then like do something on it so that way I don't um get splinters because it would just happen because it's me. Ah, yeah, it does. It looks like a little that this thing looks like a little. I don't know. Remember? Oh my god! Remember in hello, my name is Uma Toya. You killed my father. Princess Bride. This looks like the contraption that they put Wesley on. No, no, no one sees it. Okay. Yeah. See, Karen does for 4 to 5 layers of base paint. Everyone has like their own tricks. And just if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you see someone have really awesome edge paint, ask them how many layers of base paint do you have any tips? I notice more people will give you that information, especially if you ask, because you're asking out of genuine curiosity and trying to learn and better yourself. So people will give you tips when they can. It does take forever. Oh my god, it takes forever. I think that's why some people don't want to edge paint because like the instant gratification kind of situation. And the first thing you're going to learn about edge painting is that there's no such thing as instant gratification. Yeah, Lover and that's I do the same thing. Like when you guys were first asking me about Decoville Light, like I literally like hear all my vinyls to whatever Decoville Light or any interfacing at night, and then I throw it on my floor. Now, hear me out. I live in the base. I'm a basement dweller. My floor is concrete. In order for if you're putting vinyl on deck of a light, instead of having it warp into weird shapes, if I throw it directly on my floor, it's going to dry flat and I leave it alone. If I need to do it in a pinch, I still don't touch it for an hour to 45 minutes to an hour, because in order for the glue to adhere to the back, it needs time. It even says it on the paper. Like if you like you need time. So I believe in like when I do Shape Flex 101 or Sew Fuse or any of those things, I leave it alone for a good hour and I'll just do something else in the workroom. I never, that's why I don't really get any pilling of any of my interfacing because glue takes time. And I really didn't pay attention to that until I started edge painting. I'm like, if this takes time, then what about the glue on the back of our bags? And that's how I started taking my time and just interfacing in batches and walking away at night and just be like, peace out. So, good morning, Mickey. Yeah, you have like for edge painting, I would also tell you not only to look at the leather, but look at shoe people. They use the same paints that we do for leather bags on tennis shoes. So when I started edge painting, I would watch people paint the Nike swoosh. So I would watch their hand technique, what kind of tools they use, how their hands were positioned, because that swoosh is very, very like distinct. So like I they would take their time. Even in a 10-minute video, it would be like they did just the outline. So watch not just leather people, bag making people in our community, but watch people that use the paint on different stuff like leather shoes. Or there's this guy that he paints all hand paints these cowboy boots for rodeo pageants. Didn't know that existed. In Texas, and he paints the shoes and bedazzles them. So like he has a steady hand and he has to put a base paint on to get a 3D effect to make it look like there are paisleys and stuff coming out of the shoes and they're not flat and they're three-dimensional. And he uses actually the dense paint. I had no idea that they had more than just dense paint. It just, in my head, I thought that was it. So like, start, just look outside your box, and looking at other people's techniques may be able to help increase your techniques or give you an idea on what else you should try. Yeah, burn those fuzzies, man. Burn them. They will ruin your like. Yeah, especially if like, the vinyl quality is another topic for another day, because some vinyls, the backing of it is so fuzzy that you have to, you're basically like setting that bad boy on fire to like have a nice clean palette, you know? It sucks. I hate that. Like, I use a lot of vinyl, and most of the vinyl I use is the marine vinyl from Joann's, because one, the colors that my bags are usually black, blue, or white or red, and oddly enough, my Joann's has it. So like, I just go there. But I haven't went to a lot of places yet. Like, Sandra keeps on trying to get me to go to Bodio, and I'm like, I've never, like, I don't know. So depending on the backing, if your vinyl's soft or thick or whatever, that all take place in part of your edge painting as well. I think the reason why my cork comes out smooth is cork is consistently usually the same backing, and that's the only thing that I could think of. Unless you're going to Joann's. Joann's is driving me nuts. Like, I'm in there yesterday, and they're like, we have cork and it's on rolls. I'm like, this is not cork. Why are you charging this much? I'm like looking at the back, and I'm like, this is like what the stuff Hobby Lobby sells. Like, when I first got into cork, I got Hobby Lobby, and then my whole bag cracked and split. And yeah, I learned then just to go through someone that gets the cork from Portugal, Spain, or Italy. Call it a day. Oh yeah, Christine, I feel like you would be a pro at edge painting. You painted nails for so long. Like, you have a steady hand. Like, I think you should give it a go. I honestly think nail technicians would kill it in the bag world because they're so meticulous, and they have so many cool techniques. I keep hearing that too. Sandra said they had good prices, and their quality of vinyl is pretty good. Yeah. Okay. I also, with that being said, I get the marine vinyl at Joann's, but when you try to get the other, there's like a softer one, and I have learned my lesson with that one too. It has like a flannel type things, and all the fire, when you cut it, all the fibers kind of stick out, and you're just like, great. I'm My first bag I made with that was actually Mormino, her Emily tote, and I could not understand for the life of me when I cut out the like little arrow appliques why there was so much fuzz. And then I had to listen to other people talk about vinyl quality in different groups. And I never really thought about that stuff. And then I started going into groups, going in the search bar, putting different questions about vinyl, and it helped tremendously. Everyone has different ways of dealing with vinyl, and it's a learning process. Yep. Okay. See, there you go, Christine. Shannon said that she did nail paint, like in her class. She was talking about nail. I think this is why I'm telling you to go look at people that do shoes, like the Nike shoes, or do custom boots for cowboy boots, because their precision is outrageous, like outrageous, and like they use the same kind of paint. Like the one that we are all using, the base paint, these are usually people making designs on Nike shoes or cowboy thing. Go, it's a rabbit hole, but it's actually a fun rabbit hole, because you may catch things that no one in the fabric in our world, the bag making world, is bringing to the table. So I for sure tell people to do that. All right. Oh, Lynette, no pain then today. Yay. Um, dentists scare the heck out of me. Like, I feel like that's my scary space. Dentists and clowns and small children that's with a British accent that speaks like they've been living in the world for like 200 years, and puppets. Yeah. Yeah, just give it a go. I'm telling you, Kristen, I think you'll do a really good job. I feel like nail technicians are I think you might come out of the ballpark being the beast teaching people how to do edge painting. Um, I think it's cool. Like again, your hand is so steady making all those designs. Yeah, dude, like you heard the voice from Umbrella, like you're all going to die, and she's the little girl. That stuff is creepy. It's creepy. I was afraid watching Megan with Hope the whole time because, again, animatronics, and she was just like she went to 0 to 100 real quick. It wasn't like a gradual thing. It was like within 5 minutes, and I'm just like I can't do this because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of electronics. And Hope was like loving it. I was like, yay. Yeah, so I'm about to head off because I'm going to go be on Patreon in the next 20 minutes and finish up this glorious bag. I need to clear off my table from all the little projects I was doing yesterday. Me and super glue were not fun. I like super glued my two fingers together and it was not the best time. And then I had to use acetone and then my hands looked like I'd like rolled in baby powder. I don't it was not a fun time yesterday. So I will talk to you guys all later. Wait, hold on. Leatherback vinyl for who? Leatherback vinyl from who? I'm not too sure, Gloria, what I haven't there's for vinyl the backing there's different. There's some that has like a netting, there's some that has like a flannel. There's like some that has a little bit of everything. There's some that has a stretch. I can't stand the ones with the stretch, but I do love them. It's a love hate because if they have a little bit of stretch, you have more possibility to molding it to the shape that you want it to at the end result. But you really got to be clever with your interfacing. I know. No, yesterday was really bad. You would have like I'm sitting here gluing and then these two fingers are glued together and I'm like, damn it. I'm looking back to see if I can find what she said. There's a lot of comments on. Oh yeah, Sandra. Her last one, she said skiving by hand. Yeah, she freaked me out. You seen our video of her using a scalpel cutting out her applique? You understand. I was like flinching the whole time. Um. Okay, so Sandra said I get the leather backed vinyl. It's amazing. I don't she maybe she's talking about because we're talking about Bodio, so maybe this is a vinyl they have. I haven't bought anything from them. But if you are curious, if you click onto their name or just type in the sewing room Garner, you'll be able to get to her website and you can email Sandra and ask her, hey, I was on Captain's Log and I heard you mention something about the leather backing for Bodio, and then she can tell you because I haven't purchased anything from them yet because I'm late to everything. They have a Lux. See, everyone knows except me. Now I'm gonna have to order some stuff just to see what it's about. All right, I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks for me getting FOMO again. I hope everyone has a really good day. Bye.